You need me, but do you have to shine the light in my office every time? Can you turn it off? Thank you.
Yo, Seth, it's arrived.
Pop Night's on his way.
What's up, Seth? What's up, George? Thanks for joining me. Yeah, man, of course.
All right.
Can't wait to get that Batman statue. Me neither, man. But that heart rate's getting up there. Whew. Hey, I got a stupid question for you. What's up? Why are we running? Because we gotta go get the statue. Why don't we get the Pop Nightmobile? That's a good idea. Let's go.
That was a good idea getting in the car.
Yeah, heart rate's up, dude.
Woo.
All right.
HQ.
Whew. 2 boxes, bro? Really?
Yeah, dude.
God damn.
I know, man. That's prime for you.
And how did you expect us to run down the street carrying those boxes? I mean, what were you thinking, dude?
Well, we're superheroes, bro. That's what happens.
Jeez, man.
All right, people, welcome to the review that I've been waiting to do since I've seen this statue firsthand at Winter Wonder Festival 2017. This is the Batman Hush statue by Prime One Studios, the Masterline statue, the master of the Batman statues. So since I got this piece in-house and the pictures went up on the Marvelous Knights group and all over Facebook and Instagram, the question that I have been asked by everyone is, this the Batman statue? Is this the Batman statue to own? Is this the best Batman statue? That is the question that I've been asked, right? And to answer all you guys' question, absolutely not. This is not the best Batman statue out there, but it is the Batman statue that I love. I love this Batman statue. I think this is dope. I love it. There's so many things I like about this piece, and there are things about it that I don't like about it, and that's what keeps it from being the best. But it's still badass. I love to own this thing. This is not leaving my collection. This is the Batman statue that I have been waiting for. May not be the one that we need, but it's the one I deserved. So I'm happy about it. So without further ado, let's get to unboxing this. Alright, so I got the styrofoam out of the box. I have not taken it out of the styrofoam yet because I want to show you guys what it looks like when you get it from the factory, how you're going to receive it in hand. So you're going to get 2 boxes, as you can see right here. You got the smaller one, you got the bigger one. I've only cut the tape so far, so I'm going to break the seal so you can enjoy the excitement that I'm about to have. It's because I can't wait to see this. So let's do this. Let's see what we got. So we'll start off with the smaller box. Okay. So I was backwards. The bottom, the smaller box is where your base is, and you can see how big that is. So looks really good here. Not too shabby. Alright, so not too bad. Alright, so that means that Batman's going to be in the other side. Let's take and put that back. Alright. And then cut the tape. So this must be the cape. There it is. Ooh, damn, that looks badass. I'll tell you right now, some of the cape wasn't covered, so it looks like that the cape over here is digging in a little bit into the styrofoam. That's a little scary, but doesn't look like anything's broken. So the cape is in the top section, and then let's see what's on the bottom. All right, so it's like you have some hands. Got some more hands. You got the body. Got some faces. Little portraits, all right. All right. You got a gun. You got more hands. So not too hard, not too bad to put together. So I'm gonna go and take this out. It's gonna be a little different than my usual unboxing because of how big it is. So let's get this all out on the table and we'll put them together.
To the Batmobile. Let's go. and good luck.
So there he is, all together with his Chester the Molester grin going on. Batman Hush, people. He is looking dope. He is big. He's freaking big. This thing is... That's the one thing that I think everybody's going to be in agreement on in this statue. It is humongous. The weight is insane. It's crushing my Lazy Susan right here. And I think it's causing it to be a little bit front heavy because the Lazy Susan is a little uneven right now due to the weight. It is very, very heavy. Very big statue. All right. So I'm going to get some pictures of this guy, get up close and personal with the man, the one and only Bruce Wayne, people. And then we will do a review. So see you soon. All right, guys, it's time for the nitpicking section. Nitpicker! 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 Yes, it's time for the nitpicking section of this video. And today's video is brought to you by Prime 1 Studios. And this is the Batman Prime 1 Studio Hush statue. This is a dope piece. I like it a lot. But there are some things I'm going to nitpick about. All right, so before I get into all of that, if you guys don't know what Batman Hush is based on a comic book by Jeff Loeb, Jim Lee, Scott Williams. Jim Lee is the artist of this fine, awesome, excellent book. I really recommend you guys read it. Batman Hush, this covers number 608 all the way to 619, I believe. This here is a trade paperback. It's an excellent way to read the book. Very inexpensive to buy. I absolutely suggest that you read this book. It was awesome. I took this thing with me to Disney, and y'all know how much I love Disney. I didn't want to leave the hotel because I was reading this book. This thing is dope. All right. So this one is designed by, or the art style was by Jim Lee. There's 3 covers that you could possibly get that are of value when it comes to this story. Batman 608 has the regular edition, which looks something like the shirt that I'm wearing, except this is like a Funko Pop version of it, but it has Batman like kicking towards the viewer, right? So that's the regular, that's the first print. There's the second print, which looks like this, one of my favorite covers of all time. I can't wait till I actually get to meet Jim Lee and have him sign it, and then I'll get this thing CGC'd, and this is just one of my favorite, art books of all time. So this is my prized possession. And then there's a third one that's worth a shitload of money. I mean, shitload. The thing is worth a lot. All right. So it looks something like this cover that's on the trade paperback, and that one is extremely limited. All right. And there's actually a fourth cover, but the fourth cover covers issues 608 and 609. It is a European variant, and that is mostly what the statue is based on. So on that cover, it shows Batman holding a Batarang, and it has the wire attached to it, except the hands are alternated. And then it has something similar to the way these gargoyles look, and then a similar pose. So what do you get with this statue, right? So you get a crap load of attachments, little pieces that you can add to it and make it look the way that you want it to. You get a instruction piece of paper that honestly you really don't need. I felt that the statue went together very easily. Comes in a few sections. You have a base in one box. You have the body, the cape, and then some heads and hands. So it really doesn't go together that hard. There is a little bit of a trickiness to putting the cape on, but honestly, after putting the one for this custom one that I did a while back, this was far easier to put together than the other. All right, you get a little brochure for Poison Ivy because she's looking damn sexy. That's another one that I'm going to probably get so that I could take a look at and review her as well. You get this Batman Hush piece of paper here. I guess advertising Hush is because since you already have him, you might want to buy him again. Don't understand that, babe. You got one for the Huntress. All right. You got one for Superman. Now, Superman is definitely probably the creme de la creme of this line. He does look dope. I saw a couple reviews on him already. Excellent statue. And then you get the 2019 calendar, so you could have a pin-up of all the Prime 1 Studios statues that are coming out. Lobo, that's a badass one, So cool. Got some stuff there. Put that to the side. All right, let's get to the nitpicking. All right, so as I stated several times in this video already, I absolutely love this statue. This thing is sick. I love the pose. I love the composition. I love the texture on the suits. I love this statue. This thing is really awesome. And it captures Jim Lee, I think, perfectly. The art style captures it. I love it. All right. So What don't I like about it, right? What's there not to like when you have something this big and this badass? What could there be possibly, George? What could you find? I found some stuff. So anyway, among the things about the statue, the hardest and probably the coolest thing, and also probably the thing that's going to keep most people from collecting this piece, is the size. This thing is huge. It's huge. You know, I've seen big statues before. This is huge.
That's what she said.
It is big, all right? So you got Batman, and he stands about 27 inches tall at the top of his ears, right? And then the width is really what's going to kill you on this piece. This guy is close to 27 inches wide. So he's extremely wide, and that's the biggest problem. It's hard to get something like this into a Besta. You're not going to get this into a Besta. You're not going to get this onto a DTOF. I don't think a DTOF could even hold it. The depth isn't horrible. You know, it's like 17 or 18 inches in depth. Okay? So it's not a massively, it's a massive statue. It's what am I going to put that? It's a massive statue. It's huge. And then to add to all of that, it's extremely heavy. This thing comes in 2 boxes. One box was 40 pounds. The other box was 50 pounds. So let's take out some of that box weight, and you got something like a 70, 75, 80 pound statue right here. And, you know, that's a big issue, you know, because yes, this could possibly fit into a PAX unit, but you're going to have to reinforce that shelf to, you know, because this thing's going to break through it. It's heavy. I don't think all of these statues together do not weigh as much as this one here. This thing is very, very big, very heavy statue. So that is the first nitpick. But you know what? It's a 1/3 scale statue. I should know that buying it, you know, right? And I did. I knew that. I knew it was going to be a big statue. I didn't think it was going to be quite this heavy, but, you know, I knew it was a big statue. So that's nothing that I'm really not going to complain about, but I'm sure it's going to keep people from wanting to buy it. So what are the things that I don't like about the statue? First off, when it comes to assembly of this piece, Batman doesn't sit all the way down into the base, you know, as perfect as probably most people would like. The peg, you could see a little bit of it, you know, if you look at it from this side. But if you're in the front, you can't see that. It's really difficult to. But I know some people who like to review it like this are going to see that. So I got to tell you about it. And, you know, to me, it's a non-issue. I really don't have a problem with that. But, yeah, it's there. Now, the other problem that I'm noticing with this is that because all of this weight on the statue is kind of front-loaded, at least on my Lazy Susan, he's rocking a little bit, all right? The back of the base is lifted. I don't think it's going to tip forward. It's because there's actually another section here of the base that's keeping it from going forward like that. And I think it could also really be because of the of the Lazy Susan, and the Lazy Susan's just getting crushed right now. And I'll be surprised if my Lazy Susan's going to make it after this review. May have to get another one to, you know, compensate for these big, heavy statues. All right? Third thing that I don't like about the statue is that I feel that in the base itself, they didn't add enough depth of color, right? Batman is hyper realistic in this. Now in the comic, he didn't look this detailed, right? He had mostly, you know, just regular comic look, you know, smooth suit, that kind of thing. And then, so because of that, I felt that the base or the structures inside of the comic, they match with Batman, right? They're detailed to the same degree as the character. In the statue here, that's not the case. I feel like there is sculpting details that they threw into this thing, big cracks and stuff like that to make it look weathered. But when it came to paint, they really didn't go too far with that. They kind of just threw on one color gray. They added a little bit of dark gray in there, and yeah, you know, they just said, here you go. And the last thing that I think is an issue with it is that there are little areas where I've seen where I put the arms, and not this one in particular, but one of the other arms, that when you connect it to the torso area, it's got a little bit of a seam. And that's it. After that, everything else is badass on the statue. I think it's dope. All right? So let's go over some of the stuff. You have it sitting on this gargoyle structure, which I dig. It's got 2 of them. And I think they made it this big. It's because Batman is super big due to the cape. It's got a lot of weight, so they had to have a base that could hold him. And then also in that cover, like I said, it matches up with that. So I think that's where they got the idea from. The gargoyles don't look identical to what they do in the comic book, but they do look something like this. So I think they captured that pretty nicely. All right. Digging the idea that they threw in this gun in the back here. This is an homage to Joker. Joker was in one of the issues where Batman fought him and everything, and he had this gun at the end of that comic, with the bang, and it had the bang flag popping out of it, which is cool. I don't like that they threw it in the back of the statue. You can't see it. When I put this up, no one's going to see that. So I really think that it's just something that, if they were going to put it, it probably should have been up here so that you have, something to look at, but, not a big deal. Moving up into Batman himself, really beautiful artwork on Batman. I think they did a great job with him. I love the paint on the boots, the texture on the boots gives it this like leather appeal to it and everything. Nice folds in the sculpt, really awesome. Varying colors. You got blues, you got darker blues, and you got blacks in there and everything to make it look real nice. The suit has this really nice fine texture to it that goes all the way through it, makes it look ultra realistic. And then you have tones of grays in there as well, so it looks fantastic. I think that's great. All right, love the way the belt looks. Kind of wish they had a bat logo on the belt though. I feel like that's kind of missing, but hey, whatever. But the belt, it looks cool. I like how that one of the pouches is kind of folded because of the way it's resting on the leg. I think that was a cool idea. I think that the muscles are done really well too. Really nice anatomy. I absolutely love the cape flow. Now, one of the things about Batman that really captures me always is the cape flow, and I like what they did with this. Has a nice texture to it that matches with the boots, and nice color match as well. And I think that too. They did a great job with the color matching. It looks very much like Batman, right? Yeah, nice look to the way he did in the comics. It's got a little bit of bulge down there. And then you have his hands, which attach at the forearm. Really nice texture work also that matches with the boots. Love the way the muscle structure looks there. You can see the muscle definition in the forearm and everything. These pop right out. The magnets on them are not super strong. They hold, but they don't feel like they're tugging at the magnet. So that's something to note. The cable that connects to the Batarang here, or whatever you want to call it, bat hook, I guess. It's not a wire. It's just a piece of nylon rope. So it's not posable. It kind of just rests there, right? You have options to put him with the hand that has the kryptonite ring. So the kryptonite ring is on another part of the issues, another one of the issues where Batman is fighting Superman and he has the kryptonite ring. So that's an option. You have also the option here to have the right arm holding a Batarang, which looks really nice. I like what they did there with that. And you didn't need to have so many of them. I just like the fact that he has the one. I think it looks nice and simple. And then you also have the option of having him without the kryptonite ring, and you can have him like this with just the fist, right? So that's an option as well. And it goes in like that, okay? Again, not super strong magnets on any of these. And yeah, so it looks cool. And that brings us up to the portraits. So you have 3 portraits with this one. You have your standard scowling looking Batman. That's pretty much how he looks in the comics. In the Hush comics, he has a very serious face. I like that he has this kind of like morning shadow texturing in the chin. Nice job on the lips. Like the scowl on the head. Paint color and the folds and everything look really good too. So really awesome look to this one. This is probably one of my favorite sculpts right here. All right. Then you also have the option for the gritting teeth one, where you got Batman all mad and everything. He's got his teeth showing. Same texture work in the chin and everything. I think the teeth look nice and realistic. So nice job on that as well. Also has a very nice Jim Lee look to it. So a good job on that. I dig that one too. All right, and then lastly, we have the Chester Molester smirking Batman. When he looks like this, he's sitting there saying, "Hey there, do you want to know my secret identity?" Or he's saying, "Hey there, boy, do you want to be the next Robin?" Or this is that smirk he gives Catwoman just before. He's like, "Hey there, Catwoman, you want to show me your kitty cat?" Nah, but seriously, this one's actually growing on me a lot. So I think it's cool. I like that it has the option for this. Overall, I think the statue is a really good value. You have so much stuff that comes with the statue, so you can make it your own, display it the way you want to. And it's huge and very heavy. So for the price, it has a value to it. I feel that's worth it. So awesome stuff. So that's my thoughts on it. But before we get out of here, it's time for a Nerdgasm.
has filled the cup.
Alright guys, and that's my thoughts on this Prime 1 Studio Hush Batman statue. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, hit subscribe. Ding that bell to become part of the notification squad. You can catch all of our videos at mcecentral.com. I'm going to be coming back at you with more statue reviews just like this one, so stay tuned for all of that. And until next time, guys, keep it marvelous.